Greetings, Hunters! Title Update 5 breaks the game in so many different ways. We get great new skills, better talismans, and better ways to augment. Dual Blades has always been stamina hungry, and now we have two great options to have unlimited stamina. Stick around and catch it on this video. Let's first talk about the patch update for Title Update 5. It's quite a huge update, so let's go through this one by one. If you want to skip this part of the video, you may do so by clicking on the respective chapters. First, we have minor adjustments to our damage output for our Demon Flurry Rush, Lunging Strike, and Slide Slash combo. As shown in the video, we can briefly see here that there is indeed an increase in damage. We can now augment Dragon Conversion and Frostcraft among the notable skills we used. Last time, I said that armors are our canvas. Right now, it's practically build your own armor. It's even easier now to augment armors because of the new Pure Amber Essence dropped on higher anomaly investigations. On the weapons end, we got a new water weapon from the Amatsu tree, which also has a Silkbind damage boost, but it's not replacing our current water weapon. But it's a good weapon to use on matchups with lower water hit zones. We also gained another level of augment slots and another level of element attack boost. We also get new decorations. Finally, we have Expert, Attack, and Bloodlust Jewel Plus, making it possible to make our builds even better. We also get the insane new talisman melding, making absolutely broken talismans. At this point, any build is possible. If you are playing the game constantly, you are bound to get talismans that will break the limits of your builds. If you have some broken talismans, please do share them over at the comment section. To make things easier, we can also hunt anomaly monsters in one large map, such as Forlorn Arena, making things more efficient for hunting anomalies. That's quite a lot of updates. Monster Hunter indeed went all out on this one. Finally, let's talk about our first build. We have a new armor that allows us to have unlimited stamina other than the Strife Berserk combination. Thanks to the new skill Heaven Sent. Not only do we get unlimited stamina, we also gain unlimited sharpness as long as we don't get hit. I call this build Chaos Tempest. For this build, you will need Chaotic Helm and Floods, and the Tempest Robe, Sleeves, and Hakama. For the augments, adding and improving the slots make this build possible. Use the red highlighted decoration as reference. You will need 3 Mail of Hellfire and 1 Strife for armor augments, and for the extra augments, you may choose between Wind Mantle, Hellfire Cloak, or Powder Mantle. For this build, I'll be using my Critical Eye 3, Defiance 3 with 3-2-1 slots. If Critical Eye isn't available, just go for Weakness Exploit instead. You will need these decorations: 5 Element, 1 Mighty Plus, 1 Critical Element Plus, 1 Crit Element, 1 Chain Plus, 1 Chain, 1 Element Exploit Plus, 1 Bloodlust Plus, and 1 Phoenix Plus. For the flexible decorations, you will need 2 to 3 Hellfire, 2 Flamescale or Iron Shell, 1 to 2 Intrepid, and 2 to 5 Cornerstone. The skills to aim for are Heaven Sent 3, Critical Eye 7, Strife 3, Mail of Hellfire 3, Bloodlust 1, Coalescence 2, Element Attack 5, Critical Element 3, Burst 3, Maximum Might 2, Element Exploit 2, Teostra or Kushala Blessing 2, and Critical Boost 1. While this build has 5% less element attack, for certain matchups, this is much better than having Berserk draining your HP. Matchups like the Risen Elders are quite tough to fight because they're more aggressive and move around quite a lot. They also don't give you Blood Blight, making it harder to maintain your HP with Berserk. While this doesn't have one-shot prevention, The unlimited stamina also lets you get away from danger quite well. Next, we have a minor upgrade with this new build. It gives us potentially more damage, more so if we are using Spiral Slash often. For this, you will need Chaotic Helm and Greaves, and the Virtue Mail, Braces, and Coil. For the augments, you will need quite a bit of slot upgrades to make things work. You will also need 3 Mail of Hellfire, 1 Wind Mantle, and 1 Bloodrite. For this build, I'll be using my Critical Eye 3 with Windproof 2 with 4 1/1 slots. Like the previous build, you may opt for Weakness Exploit instead if you are efficient in hitting the monster's weak zones. You will need these decorations: 1 Heart Element plus, 1 Element, 1 Critical Element plus, 1 Critical Element, 1 Chain plus, 1 Chain, 1 Element Exploit, 1 Mighty plus, 2 Expert, 1 Hellfire plus, and 1 Hellfire Jewel. For the flexible jewels, you will need 2 Flame Scale or Iron Shell, 1 to 2 Intrepid, and 2 to 5 Cornerstone Jewels. The skills you should get should be Frenzied Bloodlust 2, Critical Eye 7, Strife 3, Berserk 1, Mail of Hellfire 3, Bloodlust 3, Coalescence 2, Element Attack 5, Critical Element 3, Burst 3, Maximum Might 2, Element Exploit 1, Teostra or Kushala Blessing 2, Bloodrite 1, Wind Mantle 1, Intrepid Heart 1, Handicraft 3, Weakness Exploit 1, and Attack Boost 2. Like our title update for Frostcraft build, we don't really need Frenzied Bloodlust, but it's better to have it rather than not. Also, having the Wind Mantle makes things much more consistent if you are spamming Spiral Slashes. For this update, Dereliction builds got the short end of the stick. However, with how broken the new talismans are, and with the new augmentable skills, we have some minor improvements with the build. Disclaimer: this build is quite strict, but I thought of sharing it anyway. For this build, you will need the Valstrax Helm and Mail, Sinister Grudge Tassets, and the Archfiend Armor Espine and Seros. For the augments, kindly refer to the marked decoration slots for the recommended slot upgrades. For non-dragon builds, you will need 3 Furious. For the dragon build, you will need 2 Dragonheart. For the other augment skills, add Dragon Conversion and Strife if you can fit it in. We are using my Weakness Exploit 2 Talisman with 4 1 slots if you are using non-dragon builds, and Dragonheart 3 with 3 1 slots if you are using the dragon build. You will need these decorations: 3 Expert plus, 1 Expert, 1 Hard Element plus, 1 Element, 1 Critical Element plus 1 Critical Element, 1 Chain plus 1 Chain, 1 Element Exploit, 3 Tenderizer, 1 Hellfire plus, 1 Hellfire, and 1 Phoenix Jewel plus. For the flexible jewels, you will need 1 Hard Element Resistance, 2 Dragon Spirit, 1 to 2 Critical, and 2 Flame Scale or Iron Shell Jewel. The target skills for this build are Dragon Conversion 3, Dereliction 3, Critical Eye 7, Strife 1, Hellfire Cloak 3, Coalescence 2, Element Attack 5, Critical Element 3, Burst 3, Element Exploit 1, Critical Boost 1, Attack Boost 1, Mail of Hellfire 1, Furious 3, Dragonheart 5, and Teostra or Kushala Blessing 2. The decorations and talisman practically improves this build quite a bit. Also, being able to augment Dragon Conversion allows us to swap out one of the Valstrax Epoch armor pieces for additional attack from the Mail of Hellfire skill. Dual Blades got a fair substitute for a non-berserk build. Heaven Sent is indeed Heaven Sent, because it gives Dual Blades something we absolutely need: stamina and sharpness management. We also got minor but non-negligible upgrades to our other builds thanks to the updates. If you made it this far in the video, thank you. I'll be sharing my demo video soon, so make sure to spiral slash that like, share, and subscribe button to stay updated with my channel. And you can also support me over at Patreon, link at the description below. Until my next video, catch you all next time.